I made $748.57 online in January, which is actually a 36.8% drop from December. And I'm going to walk you through exactly where that money came from, why it dropped so much, and what I'm planning to do about it. I'm also going to talk about a $2,500 purchase I made for the channel and why I think it's going to change my workflow going forward. This is the monthly income report for January 2026, all the numbers, all the expenses, complete transparency. So let's get into it. All right, so first, the breakdown. I made $748.57 in January from two main sources. There was YouTube ad revenue and channel membership, which brought in $635.14. The majority of that is ad revenue, which is $624.25 to be exact, and the remaining $10.89 coming from channel memberships. And then Buy Me a Coffee brought in $113.43. That includes coaching calls, one-time donations, and monthly supporters on there. So the total $748.57, which again is a significant drop from December when I made $1,184. That's a $435 drop, a 36.8% drop month over month, which honestly does suck to see, but let me explain exactly why this happened and what I'm going to do to fix it. The main reason for the drop is simple. I posted way less in January. I actually only uploaded 3 videos the entire month, which is actually less than my 1 video per week cadence. And when you upload less, everything else will drop too. Fewer views means less ad revenue. Less visibility means fewer people discovering my Buy Me a Coffee link, fewer opportunities to book coaching calls. So why did I only upload 3 videos? Well, there was a few reasons. First, I was planning for my trip to Thailand. I'm leaving February 2nd and won't be back until the 25th of February. So I've been spending time pre-recording videos, planning content, getting everything organized so you guys still have content while I'm gone. But the bigger issue was my PC. And this is something I haven't really talked about publicly, but it's killing my workflow for months. My current PC was built in 2017. That's almost 8 years old now. Or actually over 8 years old now. I have an AMD Ryzen 7 1800X CPU from 2017 and a GTX 1080 GPU from 2016. And for years, this thing has been a beast. It's held up incredibly well, especially for 1080p gaming and recording. But lately, it's been struggling when I record modded Minecraft, which is what I use for my videos mainly. I dip below 60 FPS pretty consistently now. The game gets kind of laggy. The footage looks really choppy because of that. And it's genuinely been demotivating to even play Minecraft because of how frustrating the lag is. And I really think primarily this is due to my CPU. And on top of that, I've been having driver issues, audio glitches in my recordings. And this past month alone, I've had to completely record 3 videos because the audio was completely unusable. That's 3 videos I could have uploaded, 3 videos that would have generated views and revenue, but instead I spent the time fixing technical problems. So when you combine trip planning, PC issues, and having to re-record 3 entire videos, you end up with only 3 videos in January, which directly led to the revenue drop. Now, let me talk about the purchase I made because this is a massive one. I bought a PC, a brand new PC, for $2,559.99. And I know that sounds like a lot, especially when I'm also trying to save for early retirement, but let me explain why this was worth it. First, the specs. I got an AMD Ryzen 9 9800X 3D CPU and an RTX 5080 GPU, 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM at 6,000 speeds, and a 1TB M.2 SSD. And by the way, I do have a 2TB SSD that I already have, so I actually didn't need to get too much space. And yes, this PC is actually a pre-build. I originally wanted to build the PC myself back in February of 2025. I had a build planned out that would have costed about $2,000. But between February and January of this year, prices went insane. RAM shortages, SSD price increases, GPU supply issues. That same build is now over $3,500 with similar specs. So I ended up going with a pre-build instead. I got a pretty good deal, and I definitely overpaid a little bit compared to building it myself if I just waited for prices to go down. But given the market, $2,560 for these specs is actually really reasonable. Now let me explain why this purchase makes sense for my channel. This PC should last me another 8 years. Just like my current one did, it's gonna eliminate the lag issues I've been having with Minecraft. It's gonna let me record at higher quality without frame drops. It's gonna speed up my workflow, and it's gonna eliminate the driver issues that I've been constantly battling with for hours now. Basically, this PC removes the biggest bottleneck in my content creation process, and if that means I can upload consistently again without having any technical issues, that investment will pay off for itself and already has due to previous ad revenue. I'm also leaving for Thailand this month on February 2nd. The PC arrives at the end of February, so by the time I get back in beginning of March pretty much, I'll have a completely fresh setup ready to go. And I do have a backlog of pre-recorded videos pre-uploaded for for while I'm gone. And with that being said, let me talk about my revenue expectations going forward, because February might be a little bit rough. I'm going to be in Thailand for the entire month. So that means I won't be taking any coaching calls. I have pre-recorded videos for you guys, so you guys still have video content, but I won't be able to respond to opportunities or optimize in real time. So I'm expecting either a stabilization in February or a minor dip. But March is when things should stabilize. I'll have the new PC, I'll be back from Thailand, no more technical issues, and I'm planning to get back to uploading pretty consistently. And I have other revenue plans in the works that I'm not ready to talk about yet, but they should help offset any future dips post-February. The goal is to stabilize revenue first, stop the declining, then grow from there. And the way I do that is by fixing the consistency problem, which means fixing the technical problems that have been holding me back. Now, let me talk about the SaaS I've been working on, because I know a lot of you have been asking me about that, and a lot of you guys are curious. I'm building a personal finance and retirement early planning tool specifically designed for people pursuing FIRE or geographic arbitrage. It's going to combine financial tracking, city cost of living comparisons, retirement calculators, community features all in one place. But I'm not going to release it until it's actually good. And right now, I'm stuck on front-end design. I am primarily, I would say, a full stack developer, but my company is pretty ancient and we don't really focus on design at all, especially because I work on internal tools for other developers. So building interfaces that actually look good and feel intuitive is taking me way longer than I expected. I could rush it out, but I'm not going to do that because this is going to be a subscription-based product, which means people are paying monthly for it. And if I'm asking people to pay for something, it needs to be undeniably worth the money. So I'm taking my time, I'm iterating on the design, I'm making sure every feature actually solves a real world problem. And when it does launch, hopefully sometime this year, it's going to be something I'm genuinely proud of. Something that actually saves people money and help them plan for early retirement. But until then, YouTube ad revenue and coaching calls are my main sources of income outside my 9 to 5. And I just wanted to address something really quick. I know some people are thinking $748 isn't that much money. Why are you even tracking this? And you're right, $748 isn't life-changing money. I make $125,000 as a software engineer. $748 from YouTube is less than 1% of my annual income. But here's why it matters more to me than it might to somebody hearing this from an outside perspective. This income is generated outside of my 9 to 5. Income that scales with effort, not time. Income that I have full control over. And most importantly, income that proves that I can build from nothing. 6 months ago, I was making $0 from this channel. Actually, 6 months ago, it didn't even exist. Now I'm making about $750 per month. And if I can get that to a stable $2,000, $2,500 a month, that would be very optimal. That would be able to accelerate my early retirement timeline and also potentially even achieve early retirement, or at least me be able to live off of YouTube and not my 9 to 5 entirely. So yeah, $748 isn't huge, but it's progress, and I'm documenting that progress every month so you guys can see exactly how this scales over time. And I know my main expense this month was a $2,500 PC. It's obviously a big one, but I consider that an investment in the business, not an ongoing cost. It's a one-time purchase that should last 8 years. Should. And I know everyone just shows the highlights of their careers or their YouTube channels. They're like, I made $10,000 this month. Cool, but what about the months you actually only made $700? What about the $2,500 you spent on equipment? What about the hours that you worked that didn't generate any revenue? Which for me, it's that SaaS. I'm showing all of it because I think that's actually helpful, especially for people who want to achieve early retirement like myself. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel or building a side income stream, you need to see what the real journey looks like, not just the wins. So yeah, I made $748.57 in January. It's less than December. It's probably going to be even less in February, but it's part of the process. And I'm going to keep showing up, keep documenting, and keep building towards early retirement. And if you want to support the channel and help me hit that $1,000 a month baseline, consider buying me a coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee link down below or becoming a channel member. I'm actually actively adding more benefits to the channel memberships. I'm trying to make it undeniably good just for you guys, and every little bit helps. And it directly funds content just like this. And if you're interested in booking a coaching call to talk about YouTube growth or financial dependence or your career strategy, the link is in the description below. And I'm not going to be taking any calls in February because I'll be in Thailand, but I'll be back in March. And if you want to stay updated on the SaaS I'm building, join the Discord. I post a little bit about it, and you guys get sneak peeks and previews, and honestly, potentially even more coming soon. Let me know in the comments, do you like these monthly income reports? Should I keep doing them? What other financial transparency content would you want to see from me? That's it for our conversation today. If you enjoyed the video, click that like button, subscribe if you are new, and we will talk again very soon, and peace out.